Hello everyone and welcome back to HITC Football with me, your host Rev Boy, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Nice comment, nice comment, nice comment. Thank yous all so much, it's really appreciated, and I didn't think I'd be back for Hot Take Tuesday, but I'm here! And this week we're going to go through your hot takes as per usual. If you don't know how it works, what you do is you leave your hot take down below, and I read it, and if I think it's hot enough to make the video, it goes into next week's edition of Hot Take. So you give me football hot takes, I read them, and I rate them from 1 to 10. Pretty much it, easy as. So if you like it, make sure you like the video. Also, enjoy. With our first hot take, and we have... We've got South, and South says, no joke, Ronaldo needs to leave Manchester United. I think Ronaldo, I don't think he needs to. When Ronaldo came in, Man United obviously had Champions League, and I guess he was expecting with him coming in with his ability and his goal scoring attributes, they'd be able to stay in the Champions League again, and obviously, you know, it didn't work out. New manager coming in, it might not suit Ronaldo. Ten Hag might not like Ronaldo. It's hard to tell, so I don't think he needs to leave, but I think he wants to be in the Champions League, and I think he should be allowed to do that if he has to move. I think he knows he's not at the top of his game anymore, and maybe if he stays on for another year or two playing football, he may have to drop off, you know, out of the Champions League, but Ronaldo's just class. He's absolutely fantastic. Most teams that he goes and plays for, he's going to bang anywhere from another 15 to 25 goals a season without a doubt. So yeah, no, very good take, but I don't think he needs to leave. So let's give you a 7.5. Staying in the theme of Manchester United, and we go with B. And he says, hot take, Donny van de Beek will get more goal contributions than Bruno Fernandes next season. I don't know about that, it depends who plays. It is a bit hot seeing Van de Beek just sort of been forgotten about, but if there's one man that's going to come in and keep Donny van de Beek in the team and play him week in, week out, and give him the game time that a lot of people think he rightly deserves, that would be Ten Hag. So yeah, no, pretty decent little take. I'll give you a little 6 out of 10. Moving away from United now, we go down to London with Dejan Kula. Good name. Good name. Give your name a 10 out of 10, but your hot take is Crystal Palace will get 7th. You add consistency to Vieira's youthful side and they are going places. I think not. Vieira seems to be a good coach. He did very well last season with Crystal Palace. They still need to fill that Gallagher void in midfield, and they had 9 players leave, or 9, but they had 7 players leave already this summer from, you know, out of contract squad players, which are important if you pick up injuries. And then Zaha is up for question at the moment. You know, he's only got a year left on his deal, and are they going to cash in on him? Does he want to stay another season? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. So I think, yeah, if you do add some consistency, getting a few more players to fill them squad player voids, yeah, it's a fair hot take. It's a decent hot take. I don't think they'll get 7th, because we've got Chelsea, we've got Liverpool, we've got Arsenal, we've got Tottenham, we've got Spurs, we've got City, we've got Newcastle. I think they're going to be the top 7 teams, not in that order. So for Crystal Palace to get into 7th there, I don't know. I think it's going to be a real big hit or a real big miss for Crystal Palace this season, just because they've got so many players to bring in and fill voids with. Hopefully they can recruit from within and go down to their youth academy. Maybe they can pick up some, you know, cheap signings from the lower leagues in England. We will see what they do. It's going to be 7th or 17th. That's how good or how bad it could go for Palace this season. But we'll see. It depends on what's going on around them. I think the Premier League is going to be one of the best that we've seen in years this year. So without further ado, I'm going to give Dejan a 7 out of 10. Next we go to Lee O. Hot take, Sterling to Chelsea seems a great bit of business for both club and player. Big player, still in his prime, keep up the HTT. And we did, thank you very much for that, Leo. Sterling to Chelsea, I think, would be a good bit of business. He is a good player, without a doubt, he's a class player. I think what it is that, you know, he left Liverpool, he had a bad stigma, you know, from a lot of players about his performances and about his attitude and his mentality, but he has been really good in the Prem, without a doubt. And I think, yeah, going to Chelsea, he's probably going going to get game time, without a doubt. I don't see the likes of Pulisic, unfortunately, or Hudson-Odoi or Ziyech at the moment keeping him out of the team. So it makes perfect sense to me for the player and for the club as well. Yeah, why not? Todd Bowley's came in. You want to get guaranteed good Premier League players that are going to get, you know, anywhere from 15 to 20 goals a season, which Sterling regularly does. So yeah, in my opinion, yeah, I think you're right, Leo. So I don't really think it's a hot take. I'll just give you a 5 out of 10 for that one. As we hit the halfway point in the video, I would like you all, please, to smash the like button. The more you like it, the more people get to see it. Please leave your hot take down below, because the more hot takes I get, the better I can do with Hot Take Tuesdays and keeping it alive and fighting to keep it going. But into our next one. Lou Pembroke says, hot take, if Neymar goes to Chelsea, he'll be average. Neymar, to me, isn't amazing. He was amazing at Barca, he was amazing at Santos, but since going to PSG, he had 1-2 standout seasons, but he's just kind of, he's capable of so much more. He's probably like the most technically gifted player of our generation, you know what I mean? And I think just going to PSG was just a bit of a sellout, really. Yeah. Samba Star, he just, nah. He would be average at Chelsea, I think. Maybe not. I think Neymar's one of them players who rises to the occasion in a way, though, because you see him play for Brazil and he can be absolutely tremendous. Back for Barcelona, when it was competitive, he used to. I think he's just fell into the stigma that he goes out onto the pitch and he's better than whoever his opposition is, and I think that's a bad attitude to have, and I think that's sort of a PSG mentality at the moment. So, yeah, it's not a hot take. I think you're right, mate. Lewis, I'm just going to give you a 5. And then we get 21 saying, hot take, Raheem Sterling is a very overrated player. Is he? Even last season, when most of his appearances were as a substitute, he managed to get 18 goal contributions in 30 games in the Prem. That's pretty good. The year before that, 17 and 31. That's a goal contribution every game, second game. Year before that, 27, while also picking up, you know, 10 goals in the last 3 Champions Leagues. He's not an overrated player. Not at all. He's just, I think he can be a little bit hit or miss at times, but I don't think he's overrated. If anything, I think Sterling's quite underrated. So, yeah, spiced by saying he's overrated. I'll give you an 8 out of 10. Next we have Ritik Shaw with hot take. I think next year Man City will not win a single honour and they will finish outside of the top 4 as they will be changing their false 9 setup to a more traditional setup. It will take a season to get everyone on the same page. A single honour, I'm not sure about. They're obviously favourites for, you know, winning the Prem. Definitely not favourites for the Champions League, but I think, yeah, I think it will be a little bit maybe. Well, I don't know. We've banked on Man City having rocky periods now for a good couple of seasons and it just ain't happened. It just hasn't happened. So if it hasn't happened then, is it going to happen now just because they signed Haaland and they're going to be playing a striker sometimes? I don't think that having a player like Haaland can really ever negatively impact your team. I get that they might be looking at changing system, but I don't think that'll be every game. If Guardiola needs to win, he's going to do what he needs to win, and he just loves the Premier League. It's just what it is. It's his bread and his butter. So, decent hot take, a Ritik Shaw, but I'm only going to give you a 6 on that one. Next we have Angel Bryant with EPL is overrated. Any team from Europe's top 5 leagues that regularly finish high on their respective leagues would finish top 4 in the Premier League. Real, Bayern, Inter, Atleti, etc. That's an interesting concept. Interesting concept that I covered in this video. So if you want to see where I think the biggest teams in Europe would finish in the Premier League, make sure you go give that video some love. We might do an updated, more in-depth version for next week. But thank you for watching Hot Take Tuesday. It's been an absolute pleasure as usual, coming from HITC Football. And yeah, get your hot takes down there. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll be back next week. See you then. Peace. Vieira's useful.